Israelite groups and all Israelite communities and all breakoffs from One West and breakoffs from breakoffs from breakoffs from breakoffs. No matter what rainbow uniform you wear, red, white, purple and white, all white, it don't matter. You should all treat the ISUPK like your weird, misunderstood Sabbaths. You shouldn't do anything until you counsel with the ISUPK. We'll tell you when and what to eat. We'll tell you who to marry. We'll tell you who to have sex with and how. We'll tell you how to resolve conflicts with your wives. We'll tell you how to resolve conflicts with your kids, your brothers, your sisters, your parents, your friends, everybody. We'll tell you when and how to pray. We'll tell you how to direct your life in a way that's pleasing to the Most High God of Israel and our Black King Yahushua, aka Jesus Christ. We will be to you instead of a God. Just like the Most High told Moses in Exodus 4:16 that Aaron would be to him instead of a mouth and he would be to Aaron instead of a God, that's what we'll do for you. It is what you all need because none of you know what the fuck you are doing. I pray you understand. Shalom.
I don't give a love to fuck about what them bitches gotta say. I'm a woman West nigga till they put me in the grave. I don't give a love to fuck about what them niggas gotta say. I'm a woman West nigga till they put me in the grave. I don't care about what they say. Hey. Fuck with my Akima, fuck with my sisters, then I got a problem, I'm never gonna miss you. I got 100 hanging out the AR, I got a 50 hanging out the pistol. He say it's corner, I'm just being realistic. I be on them corner posted with the realest. If it's the Sabbath, then we going fishing. I'm reeling them in, that's a God-given mission. I'm really on 10, but I'm stamped in the pistol. I get the order, be glad at this mission. Hebrew Academy graduate, niggas training, go through the baddest conditions. I'm fuck with none but the baddest of bitches. She righteous, submissive, she glad to be with me. Had that thing Putin like Batman, niggas. She know I'm a prophet, she got to be listening. Disrespect, I ain't having that shit. Tell her go make some business from scratch. She bitchin' a different breed of black men. We don't do the back thing. I remember back when I was really trapping, trying to get the racks in, selling dope to black men. But now I'm trying to make it straight. Like, don't forget about my face. We standing up straight, can't fold us. Too heavy, the world won't hold us. Go get you some rank, I told you. Line up in these ranks, we soldier. You can take that to the bank, we focus on. How many times must we remind you? One body, one rest. One break off, but never take off as a face. When the law with your ain't no up next, it's just us, nigga, that's that on that. All that weak shit, that ain't no threat. Say you won't beat, bitch, with that ain't no sweat. We with all that. The Lord called a nigga out the world. I responded and called back. Oh, Lord. And everything that they stole from us, fuck that shit, we want all that. Them niggas snitching and they act like bitches. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They killing women and they fuck with sisters. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Come on the command in general, your honor, we unaffiliated with them. They tongue and they say they keep that shit 100, we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. That's why we unaffiliated with them. I cannot fuck around with fake niggas. We taking ground when we in your city. You better have the women, have the liquor. Keep that bitch on me, please don't but the same. Don't be a fool and be another victim. Say you a goon, you just another Christian. How you my brother, you ain't in the with me. In the gutter, deep down in the trenches. We with them niggas locked up in the prison. Fucking Hispanic, Native American, Indian, we ain't just talking shit. But we living in it, we be everywhere, you can't miss it. And we be precious hell, take a picture. And we professional with the scriptures. Play, we gon' script them, yeah, we some killers. These niggas tripping, they mind blown. Swear business, forgive me if I'm wrong. I don't get it pause when niggas say that they be looking for niggas to slide on. The slide that I know about is when I assemble the group with the slide on. Real, I get the harder, you know that it's slaughter. See me and my niggas gon' die. Kill. The bigger the better for kingdom of heaven. You niggas get wet up by me cause I'm fed up. I rep UPK. My niggas won't let up. Got choppers, got nines, AKs, Berettas. You say you don't like me, you say you won't fight with me and my nigga like bitch or whatever. You say you don't like me, you say you won't fight with me and my nigga like. Them niggas snitching and they act like bitches. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They killing women and they fuck with sisters. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated unaffiliated with them. Come under command and general, your honor, we unaffiliated with them. Like they tongue and they say they keep that shit 100, we unaffiliated with them. They feeling lies, switching up the doctrine, that's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Yeah. See, they always ask us like, why y'all fuck with such and such? Why y'all won't come together with such and such? I be like, we unaffiliated with them. Understand me? Like, niggas be out here on some weirdo shit. And to be honest, that's why we unaffiliated with them. Hey. That's why we unaffiliated with them. Yeah. Oh.
According to God, the white man is the devil.
You see, I've been in here for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? And I see niggas, they like to talk a lot. They like to claim leadership. They like to claim this and that. You know what I'm saying? They like to be above what they really is and have authority. But they don't really need that authority. They don't really know what to do with that leadership. You understand? You hold hands with this boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. See, everybody ain't with all that peace talk. Everybody ain't with all that bygone. Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to profit. It's about to get serious. Boy, when they hit us with dope and kill us with crack, where the fuck with your leaders? I'm curious. He cashed out on your blood, traded you in and bought a new biz. Ask you the prophets, I tell you the scheme. If you don't wake up, you gon' die in your dreams. I say you won't tell you no more. I swear these crackers try to kill us slow. Just spoke to a nigga and fed he up on parole because of the COVID. It feel like the host in this world that don't go together. Nowhere is gold in the ghetto. I'm in the city blazing with my niggas. Just told the devil the score never settle. Yeah, see the prophets. I'm tired of these niggas keep talking about, you know, you respect my religion, I respect your religion. Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. You know, like we all come together. Cause you know, they say God so loved the world. God so loved the world, and know boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. Don't give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. Hey, gentlemen, y'all, we don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up. You know what I'm saying? Boy, your ass need to stop and ask shit. Oh, I'm with step, I'm solid for show. To the fake niggas, stay silent, I got it, let's go. I ain't taking no loss, ain't no talking when we got the flow. Ain't no peace, just play with you. I'ma be loyal to the right arm. Tell them we can't keep it slave. And I can never let bygone be bygone. Got you, baby mother.
Up close and personal. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Clap it up. Shalom. Israel. Yahweh Shem Shah Brakah. Thumb to my brothers. Yahweh Shema Alathan Bashim Shah to my sisters. You know what time it is. You know what day it is. It's Tuesday, you understand? And welcome to the Brotherhood class. All right. You understand? Under the ISUPK, Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge. Start out of 1 West, 125th Street. Harlem, New York, under Command Jihana, you understand? As always, we teach that the blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians are the true Jews, the true Israelites of the Bible, all right? And anybody and everybody else who is not like us is the oppressor and the devil the Bible speaks of. All right, Most High Christ, I am your priest from the east, Hadar Mouth. You understand? Just sitting there for a little bit until Officer Yah comes through, all right? But if you could see the title for tonight's class, you understand, features Brotherhood. And the title is You Are Selfish. You are selfish, understand? And we really want to at least for the first part, speak to America. America is so selfish, understand? And because we have been so institutionalized, Blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians, all right, we have learned to only think of ourselves. You understand? We don't consider anybody else, similar to how the devil or the oppressor is. You understand? When you look at somebody like Charlie Kirk, you understand? You saw the things and you heard the things that he spoke of. You understand how he downed so many nations. He talked down on them as if they were nothing and nobody. Understand why? Because he was selfish. He only cared about himself and his own ambitions and his own agenda. You understand? And Blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians, we cannot be like this. We cannot afford to try to live like our oppressors. We cannot afford to envy our oppressors. You know what I'm saying? Because envying our oppressor is so far what has got us here in this predicament in the first place. You know what I'm saying? We need to really come together and in love and respect under the Most High God, under Christ, as that follow these laws, statutes, and commandments. And saying the Bible even speaks on this. The Pastor, if you could grab the door. I'm saying the Bible speaks on this, on how we are to not be selfish. 1 second. No sweat. In a sense, like the Bible speaks on how we are not to be like our oppressors, where we are to love each other and not be so selfish. All right, if we could, let's get a quick scripture. Understand? Let's go to the book of Proverbs. Proverbs chapter 24, right? Verse 17 and 18. And it reads, "Rejoice not when thine enemy falleth, and let not thine heart be glad when he stumbleth." Understand? This is who our oppressors are. Understand? They rejoice at the fact that we as Blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians are down and out, that we are on the bottom. Why? Because they are just so selfish. They only care about themselves. Right? And let's look on. "And let not thy heart be glad when he stumbleth." Understand? See how the predicament go out with Blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians. You understand? As we said before, we are on the bottom. You understand? We have stumbled, and we have stumbled because of our oppressor. Our oppressor has set up traps and snares everywhere. You understand? In order for us to stumble, and that is why we are the laughing stock of the earth. You understand? Blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians have always been being mocked. You understand? We're being made fun of. Everybody wants to be Black. You understand? They want the benefits of being Black. They want the swag of being Black, Latino, Native Indian. You understand? But of course, they don't want the hardships that come with it. Understand? Let's look at that again. "Rejoice not when," Proverbs 24 and 17. "Rejoice not when thine enemy falleth, and let not thine heart be glad when he stumbleth." You understand? Speaking of Charlie Kirk, have you seen the videos that went viral immediately after his passing? You understand? So many of his own people rejoiced at his falling. You understand? Their heart was glad when he stumbled. You understand? You remember the video and how he was hit in the neck. Understand? He was just like paralyzed. His neck was just gushing with blood. And what happens? The people rejoiced at that. Their heart was glad. They felt that their own brother was their enemy. You know what I'm saying? But now, this is who we envy. This is who we take after. The selfishness of our oppressor. We cannot afford to be these people. We cannot afford to be like these people. Matter of fact, there are no benefits to being like these people at all. Understand? Because God is not with these people. Right? Let's look at some more. Proverbs 24 and 17. "Rejoice not when thine enemy falleth, And let not thine heart be glad when he stumbleth, lest the Lord see it and it displease him. Understand? And he turn away his wrath from him. Okay. Just add to the stage.
Salaki, sir.
Oh, yeah. Yahabashim Shabrakatah.
Yeah, how about Sean Shabbat one?
How are you doing, brother?
I'm 12, sir. Ready to get down and read for you if I may.
Absolutely. Most high in Christ. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. All right. If we could, let's go over Proverbs 24:17 one more time.
Colonel Khan is the book of Proverbs, chapter 24 and verse 17.
Mhm.
Rejoice not when thine enemy falleth.
All right. Rejoice not. You understand? Again, we cannot be like our oppressors. We cannot be like them. They are so selfish. You understand that they rejoice, they mock, you understand, the death, the unaliving of their own people. You understand? Blacks, Latinos, and Indians, you don't have the heart to do this. Matter of fact, you were not made to be like this. You understand? Keep going.
Colonel Khan. And let not thine heart be glad when he stumbleth.
Mm-hmm. Let not thine heart be glad when he stumbleth. I'm saying it's not, trust me, it's saying if your people are on the bottom, if your people are hurting, understand, that means that you are hurting too. You are hurting too, you understand? And we have to learn to love one another. You understand? To care for one another, to be considerate. All right, that is the essence of brotherhood. You understand? And that is what the ISUPK under Commander Gianna teaches. All right, church does not teach you to love one another, even though they will teach you to love everybody.
Right.
You understand? And of course, when it comes to loving everybody, it's loving everybody who oppresses you, not the people who are oppressed with you. Right? We can't be like this. You understand? It's not beneficial to us at all. You understand? And it's not of God either. All right? Very good, very good. And if we could, let's go to Mark 12 and 31 just real quick. If we could. You know what I'm saying? Because we have to if you're familiar with ISUPK, you see these classes, we always teaching about brotherhood. Brotherhood is the foundation of the Black, Latino, and Native Indian community. We must have brotherhood. All right? We got to have love for one another, because if we don't, that is what allows all oppressor, our enemies, to come into our neighborhoods and take over. Right? That is why we have Chinese shops. You know what I'm saying? Chinese restaurants in our neighborhood. But guess where they're not? They're not in white neighborhoods.
Right.
Why?
Right.
Why? Because the white man came together and said, no, you're not going to take over our neighborhoods. You can't be here. You have no place here. Right? And blacks should be able to do the same thing. Blacks should be able to get their money together and have their own businesses. But as easy as it sounds, it's a very hard lesson. Why? Because we have been taught to not love one another.
Right.
We have been trained to do this. Matter of fact, we could real quick. Let's go to Proverbs 22 and 6. It's one of my favorite scriptures.
Come on. Colonel Khan is the book of Proverbs, chapter 22 and verse 6.
Mm-hmm.
Train up a child in the way he should go.
Mm-hmm. And
when he is old, he will not depart from it.
And when he is old, he will not depart from it. Understand? We have been trained, Blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians, we have been trained since children to hate one another. As children, to love our enemies, love the oppressor. You understand? The enemy that oppresses you, we have been trained to love him. All right. That's why when you see the videos of Charlie Kirk, and then you'll see black people that actually cried. They cried at his murder. They cried at his assassination. You understand? But say somebody like Trayvon Martin, Sandra Bland, whose deaths went viral, and they just said, "Oh, he was at the wrong place at the wrong time. He should have listened to the authorities." You understand? We've been trained to hate one another.
Right.
Been trained to hate one another. It's just in us to do this. But why? Because the oppressor is behind all of this. Behind all this. You see it in our music. See it in our music. You understand how we want to hurt one another, and it's entertaining. But now, if the white man makes a movie about hurting his own people, he makes money off of it. It's only natural, but it's really a hard thing in us to do. You understand? And that's why we have to be. This why it's done to us as children. We're trained to do this, right? But of course, now we have to be retrained. We have to be retaught. You're saying to love one another. All right. Now let's go to Mark 12 and 31.
Yeah.
Con.
Mm-hmm.
Like it, sir.
Go ahead. No sweat.
Con. This book of Mark, chapter 12, verse 31.
Mm-hmm.
And the second is like, namely this.
Mm-hmm.
Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Mm.
There is none other commandment greater than these.
Wow, that is one of the top commandments. You know what I'm saying? That is a great commandment. That's a great commandment. You know what I'm saying? This is what Christ was teaching. You understand, the Israelites, this is what the apostles were teaching, the disciples were teaching. And it's so powerful. It's so simple. It's such a simple verse, a simple saying, to love your neighbor as yourself. And saying, but if you only knew how powerful it is to love your neighbor as yourself, then you will have a friend, you will have a brother, you won't have an enemy. You know what I'm saying? People say there's strength in numbers, but but really there's strength in compassion. There's strength in love for your brother. You know what I'm saying? And when you have that kind of love, that kind of bond, it is harder for the enemy to take over. Right? And with that, Salaki, we'll pass the class on the priest and officer of 5,000 year, but y'all. Mark 12:31. Your charger? You need it? No.
Hey, Shalom, Yahba, Shem Yahshua, Barakatham to all the brothers. Shalom, Yahweh Shema, Alathah, Shem Yahshua to all the sisters. Priest and Officer Yeremiah, ISUPK Atlanta, camp leader of Atlanta. And I'm start at the top where her daughter left off.
Thanks.
Or read that verse one more time.
Con. Yahweh Shem Yahshua B'Kathah, the one.
You the only one we got on?
Currently, from what I see, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
Con, this book of Matthew, chapter 12, verse 31. And the second is like, namely this, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Okay, go to the go one verse above.
Con.
Hadar.
It's like this book of Matthew, chapter 12 and verse 30. And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart.
And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart. How do you love the Most High? You got to do what the Most High say. How do you know you love your father? If your father tell you to do something, how do you know if you your father know that if you love him by you obeying him? You have to obey what he tell you to do. If you don't obey your father, guess what? Your father gonna feel like you don't love him because you disobeying your father, and that's how it works. If your father give you instructions or orders to follow, if your father tell you, listen, you know, man, you already know the tasks, the duties you got to do around the house. I'm going to go to work. I got to go work this 8-hour shift or this 12-hour shift. When I come back, I don't want to see the trash bag out the trash. I want to see your room cleaned up. I want to see that bathroom clean. Those 3 tasks you got to do. Take the trash out, clean your room, clean the bathroom. If your father get back and none of those things are done, or if one is done and the other one's not, he's going to be upset. Now, if your father see that that's a consistent pattern, like that's a consistent behavior that you're showing him, he gonna look at you like, listen, man, I don't know what to do with you. He gonna punish you. And if that happens time after time again, guess what? Your father gonna want to do away with you. He gonna want to deal with you. I mean, he gonna be ready for you to get up out his house because you don't listen. That's how it goes. Like that's how the Most High. Think about what we in America right now. We saying we the holy people. What the holy people doing scattered throughout the 4 corners? Why we not in the Holy Land? Because the Lord kicked us out. Our heavenly Father kicked us out of his house, which is the Holy Land. Why? Because we were disobedient to our Father, our heavenly Father. We broke the law, statutes, and commandments. Just like your physical father punish you for disobeying him, not completing your tasks and following his orders. That's how the Most High is. You know what I mean? So they say you got to love him, meaning you got to follow and obey his words, man, which is this Bible, this truth. You got to obey this truth. Go ahead. How you call?
It's like, if I may, sir.
Go ahead.
Very heavy point, and it's just funny. I literally had just seen this today, you know, on Instagram and whatnot. An associate from the slave, you know, wrote something to the effect of, I know I serve God because woo de woo, you know what I'm saying, blah, blah, blah. And that's the funny thing that, you know, Christians always want to bring up is, oh, I serve an awesome God, or this happens because I serve God. But the thing is, like, you don't serve God because how do you serve him? You know what I'm saying? To your point, sir, it's like, you know what I'm saying, if you serve him, you're doing his will, but you're not doing his will. So how can you sit up here talking about some of the gods you serve? You don't know, you know, who you serving. So like it.
Right, we're gonna get into that. Like they think they serving God because to them God is whatever in their mind. You know what I mean? God is not the Most High God of the Bible to them. God is whatever I think God is in the moment I think he is. You know what I mean? So if a lot of times when Christians, it's like when they become successful at something, they were like, oh, they think they serving God. Like God, they serve God because God must be with me. I'm rich. You know what I mean? Like God, like I got a lot of money. God must be with me. Like I got my own house, got my own land. You be like, yeah, man. You're gonna share that with the people. You're gonna, you know, help the people. You're gonna give them some of that. You know what I mean? You're gonna feed the people. You're gonna house and clothe them. Nah, they gotta pull themselves up by the bootstrap. Nah, they gotta work hard like me. Right. You know what I mean? That's how people think. Like, nah, I work hard to get this. A lot of people don't work hard to get nothing, man. They family member probably pass it down to them. They probably scamming. You know what I mean? They probably doing something illegal to get all that money, but they ain't obeying the Most High. And we know because they're not in here with us. That's the main thing. If you was in here with us, you wouldn't be talking the way you talking and behaving the way you behaving. You wouldn't be proud and selfish the way you are. Right. You know what I mean? So Christians always saying they, you know, man, they serve the Most High. You know what I mean? And it's always surface around money. It's always around money with them. It's never I help this person, you know what I mean? This handicapped person, for this amount of years. You know what I mean? I'm still with him right now. I'm helping him. You know what I mean? He handicapped and I'm taking care of him. Or my mother and father, you know, I took them in. Now they stay with me and I take care of them. It's never nothing like that. It's always what they want and what matters to them. You know what I mean? So I don't want to go off the script you on, but Hadar. Oh, the mic.
Salaki, sir. Brother has a question, real quick, if we could.
It's on topic.
Sir. But the question is it okay to say hallelujah to another brother in response in the correct situation, or is that too Christian?
That's too Christian. We don't say hallelujah in here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we don't say that.
And so, like, if I could, matter of fact,
and we don't say that because it's Christian.
Okay.
Go ahead.
And also, if I could, sir, if I'm correct, hallelujah is a made up word, sir. You cannot find hallelujah in the Bible, sir.
Oh, there you have it. Oh, man. And what that supposed to mean? That's not like Allah higher now or nothing like that, is it? That's not like the angels.
It's supposed to be something to that extent.
Okay. Yeah, but we know Allah higher now, but we don't even say that to one another. We don't walk up to a brother and, yeah, brother, Allah higher now. We don't say that. Oh, man. Just do what you see us do. Shalom, Yahabashim, Yahshua Barakatah. You know what I mean? That's how we salute brothers.
And to the sister Ma'adana, we were reading Mark chapter 12, verse 31.
Okay, how you call? Go ahead.
Khan, this book of Mark, chapter 12, and verse 30. And with all thy soul, and with all thy mind, and with all thy strength, this is the first commandment.
Right, that's the first commandment. That's what Christ letting the disciples know and letting the people know. You know what I mean? Love the Lord with all your soul, all your heart, all your mind. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Khan, verse 31. And the second is like, namely this, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Right. He said the second one is just like that. You should love your neighbor, which is your brother, as yourself. Because that's also the law. You can't hate your brother. You got to love your brother as much as you love yourself. You got to love your brother. If you don't love your brother, guess what? You selfish. Brotherhood, you can't build brotherhood off being selfish. You have to be what? Selfless. So the second one is just like the first one. Matter of fact, you can't have the second one if you don't have the first one.
Right.
I mean, if you don't obey the Most High, then you can't love your brother. You can't love your brother if you don't obey God, because God put the law in the Bible that it's a command for you to love your brother, for you to not mistreat your brother. Now we know if a brother is offended, he go to him alone, him and thee alone, of course. Now, if you're a brother who don't want to do that, matter of fact, pull that scripture real quick. Matthew chapter 5. Was that 18? And then give me Philippians 2 and 3. The scripture say, pull the brother to the side. Go to him and he alone. Let me get that one real quick before you pull Philippians 2 and 3.
Khan. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 18. Oh, it's like it. You ready for me to read, sir?
Khan.
This book of Matthew, chapter 18, verse 15. Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee, go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone.
Right, it's going to happen. You don't want to be a brother like once it happened. You don't want to be a brother who don't go to the brother who offended you, but go to another brother and tell him that the brother who offended you offended you. You don't want to be that type of brother, because then it's like it come off as gossip. You know what I mean? Talking behind the brother back. And then if you're a righteous brother, if you hear that brother, you're supposed to tell him, hey, do you pull him to the side? Did he know that you're offended? And if you say no, and listen, well, you don't love your brother. That's how you gotta look at it. You being selfish. Don't tell me I didn't offend you. You know what I'm saying? You go tell him. Now I know that he offended you. And now it's like, okay, now it's on my mind. You don't want to create strife. You know what I mean? Have brothers create a conflict between brothers. Because that's not just a disagreement between you and the brother that offended you. Now that can lead to a fake Israelite group being created if you're not careful. If you don't nip it in the bud, you know what I mean? A lot of times when you see them fake Israelite groups, them be brothers who didn't want to reconcile their differences, didn't want to pull the brothers to the side, they didn't want to confront a brother, and they were just weak. You know what I mean? You don't want to be like that. That strife will create that. Hadar.
And Salakia, if I could, sir, if that strife is not resolved, sir, that could lead up all the way up to an assassination, just like with Charlie Kirk, even though as in they're not us, but this shows how these people are not fit to teach the Bible, sir, because they don't even follow it, sir.
Right. It can lead to a lot of things, you know what I mean? It could lead to, you know, like you said, it could lead to that. But before it get to that, you know, brothers will be looking at you like a heathen. You know what I mean? You'll be out of here before that. But you got to be man enough to pull them to the side. That's all it takes. And it'll make you stronger. It'll make the brotherhood and relationship stronger if you do that. If not, you just a weak brother. You know what I mean? You just a brother who get offended. It's like a bully. You just getting bullied. And you don't stand up for yourself. And one of them days you're going to have to stand up, man. And it shouldn't be like that. Just pull them to the side. It could be something small, man. Just go talk it out. And then before you know it, you'll be like, damn, that's all I had to do. Like, yeah. It's like your count speaking, your first count speaking. Remember how nervous you was? Remember how nervous you was, Hadar? Remember how nervous you was? And then after you got done with it, you were like, oh man, I can do that. I can do it. Yeah, you pull them to the side. If you're a brother who never, you know, if you like non-confrontational, once you pull that brother to the side, guess what? You're gonna feel the strength of brotherhood growing in you. You know what I mean? But
Salakia.
how you call?
Yeah, Salakia, if I may. So on the beginning part of that, where you know it speaks about the going to him and him alone, and you know how you hit on it, it's like you don't want to start, you know, just talking about a brother to other brothers or whatnot, because
Kai, go ahead.
Oh, so I was trying to see, would that be in the spirit of, you don't want to do that because that's in the same realm of, you know what I'm saying, like bearing false witness, because, you know what I'm saying, you may sit up here and go talk about a brother, about a situation that you felt offended, but then, you know, when it comes down to it, you know what I'm saying, it wasn't nothing, but then yet you went out there and, you know, you made, you know, this character change, you know what I'm saying, about a brother.
This is what I'll tell you. Just come to your account leader. You know, man, just go to your account leader. You know what I mean? Don't express it to nobody else but your camp leader, because he's your camp leader for a reason. He'll tell you what to do. Because you can go to your camp leader and let him know that this brother offended me. Then, you know, he'll be aware of it. But you don't want to be a brother who just going to a brother who didn't offend you and like, yeah, man, that brother offended me, man. Like, and it's like, what's the point of going to him when he ain't the one who offended you? You see what I'm saying? He shouldn't even know about it, to be honest with you. You got some brothers who you got to handle it like that. Like, he should, because you don't know what he's going to do. You might think you could trust him, and guess what? He's going to tell somebody else, and he's going to tell somebody. Now everybody know about your situation. You only think he know. Before you know it, you have brothers looking at you a certain way, especially if they a brother who go to him and he alone. You see what I'm saying? Now they shouldn't be doing that, but I'm just letting you know, like, things can happen. But just go to your account leader. If you're a brother who got offended, you might not know. It might, you know what I mean? You might want to ask your account leader, how you feel about this? should I do this, do this? And then he'll, you know, based on his discretion, you know, he may tell you something, or he go to the men above you, they'll iron it out, see what's what, and give you the best decision. You know what I mean? So if it's like that, then yeah, you can go to your camp leader and tell him, inform him about the situation. Or if you flat out know that you are offended, go to the brother, go to him and he alone. But if you're unsure, go to your camp leader. I'll say that.
Like I said, we could. There was another question, and he's off topic.
Hold on. How you call you clear? You clear with that?
Yeah, Colonel Khan, I'm definitely clear on that, sir. But it's like for me, more so of my direct question is, I understand everything that you just broke down, but is, you know what I'm saying, the spirit of that, like you don't want to, you know what I'm saying, ruin a brother's reputation of why you're not taking it, you know what I'm saying, to him alone. So you know what I'm saying, as far as the reason that you're taking it to him and him alone is so you don't go out here and ruin a brother's reputation before you know what I'm saying, consider everything and get everything sorted out.
It could be that can be tied into it depending on the situation. You know what I mean? Or sometimes, hell, you might need a brother's reputation might not be good based on what he doing, how he offended you. So it depends on the situation. You know what I mean? You know, you don't want to overthink it though. If you feel offended, just go to him and tell him your offense.
Colonel.
Yeah, because sometimes you'll overthink it and then it'll fester. You know what I mean? It'll be in your mind. It'll be on your mind nonstop. All you gotta do is go and see. The brother might agree with you immediately. Soon you be like, "Yeah, man, you did this." Like, oh man, I'm sorry. And then it's over with. Opposed to you thinking about it for days. Once you have a conversation with the brother, he go ahead and forgive you automatically. You know what I mean? That's why these laws work, man. They in the Bible for a reason. They work. The ones who don't believe it don't work. They not in here. Hadar.
So like I said, there was another question in chat. It was a little off subject, sir. We could?
Okay, give me Philippians 2 and 3. Go ahead. You can read it though. You can go ahead.
Come, sir. This comes from Elder Charles, sir. He is in our classes a lot, sir. And he has shalom, sir. Salaki, sir. Shalom. I have fringes on my t-shirts. Will that be a problem with the clothing protocol of the ISUPK?
Yes. I mean, you obviously a young man. You know, we don't wear fringes on our t-shirt because it's not a border in the bottom of your t-shirt. It's not a border, but yeah, just put them on your pants. Put them on your pants. But like, if you was to come in here your first day of class and you had them, it'd be too wild because we know you're not an officer or nothing like that. But as a young man, being that you doing it virtually right now, and I'm telling you, you know, you ain't gotta. You can take them off your shirt. Just put them on your pants how we wear them. I don't know if you look at ISUPK videos, you'll see fringes on our pants, and do it like that. But don't wear them on your shirt because then it look like, you know, you're not in the truth. I'm just say that. And it look like you don't know what a border is. Go ahead, Hadar.
And also, Salaki, if I could add, if you don't mind, sir. Also, when it comes to the fringes on the t-shirt, one of the things is that it actually doesn't look masculine. Essentially, the t-shirt with the fringes on the bottom of it, it actually kind of extends the shirt, and it can make the shirt to appear to be a skirt or a nightgown as it would on a woman.
Hmm.
So that's why we really try to avoid putting the fringes on our.
Yeah, just take them off your shirt. You know what I mean? Sum it all up. We don't wear that. We don't do that in the UPK. You know what I mean? That's not a border. And we don't wear fringes at the bottom of our shirt. You know what I mean? So, who got Philippians 2 and 3?
Colonel Khan, this book of Philippians, chapter 2 and verse 3. Let nothing be done through strife or vainglory.
Let nothing be done through strife or vainglory. Go ahead.
Colonel Khan, but in lowliness of mind, let each esteem other better than themselves.
Who can break that down? Give me the first line. Read the first line again. How you call?
Colonel Khan, book of Philippians, chapter 2 and verse 3. Let nothing be done through strife or vainglory.
Let nothing be done through strife or vainglory. Who can break that down?
Like if I may.
First, tell me what is strife and vainglory. But you go ahead. Go ahead, how you call?
Oh, it's like pretty much like don't do anything, for yourselves to, what I'm saying, esteem yourself, to big up yourself on.
That's more like, I mean, self praise. That's more like vainglory and strife. What is strife?
Salakia, sir. Is it strife like fighting, sir? Arguing?
Yeah. You on he says it's more like fighting, arguing, you know what I mean? You can say conflict, like rivalry, conflict.
Or it's like it's a constant division.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So read that again.
And it's like if I may, I had a quick definition for strife.
Go ahead.
Angry or bitter disagreement over fundamental issues. Conflict.
Mm-hmm. So read that line one more time.
Khan, Book of Philippians, chapter 2 and verse 3. Let nothing be done through strife or vainglory.
Yeah, let nothing be done through strife. That bickering and arguing and, fighting amongst one another. And vainglory. Vainglory is more like, you like conceited. It's all about you. I mean, instead of you giving glory to the Lord, you want the glory. You know what I mean? Keep going. Read the next line. How you call?
Khan. But in lowliness of mind, let each esteem other better than themselves.
But in lowliness of mind, you know what that's talking about, right? I mean, you're not puffed up. You're not high-minded. You lowliness of mind. I mean, like you humble. You know what I mean? You're doing it through humility. And you putting others before you. That's what we do in the ISUPK. That's what Christ did. I seen a video. I think I forgot who shared it, but it was on Instagram. I seen a video of IUIC, right? They called the police on some people, whoever neighborhood, wherever they were false prophesying that recently. They called the police on some black people. And the men were out there, the man was out there talking, wasn't aggressive, just trying to see what's going on, asking them questions, trying to ask them questions. They so damn rude and disrespectful. They don't know how to deal with the people, man. IUIC, them the people, the figures are like that cause strife amongst the civilians, the Israelites. You know what I mean? You trying to win them over. You can't win them over if you IUIC because you don't know how to talk to them. He called the police on him. And then the brother up there trying to talk to him all kind. He kind of, being nice and polite, how he conduct his words and everything. And he over there just all aggressive. Oh, man, we teaching the Bible. The brother like, man, the people right here, man, all you got to do is talk to them. He's like, read the Bible. It's like, they don't know how to talk to the people, man. You wonder why the people don't like them? They do not know how to talk to the people. It's all about them. You know what I mean? Now, they selfish. No brotherhood. You think because they got so many members as they say they do, you think all of them on one accord. They not on one accord because they all wear purple on one accord. All their purple don't mean nothing. It's actually suspect. Now, they not on one accord. They hate their people. They hate Israel, man. And that ain't the first video. I done seen so many videos where you can tell it's all about them. And it's like, they call themselves the Israelites. You know what I mean? They call themselves the Israelites. Like, I guess they don't speak Hebrew or nothing. They don't teach the people Hebrew. So you don't really teach the people the ancient language. That's a problem. You know what I mean? But yeah, vainglory and strife. Do nothing in vainglory and strife, but lowliness of your mind, man. Be humble, man. Know how to talk to people. because people in the world they'll get aggressive too, and they'll try to run you over with their car. You know what I mean? They'll pull a weapon out on you if you and listen. And the Lord would be on their side because you don't know how to talk. You see what I'm saying? You can be in the wrong. The Lord will be on their side. Is that it?
Come for that verse.
Okay. Hold on. Oh yeah, let each esteem other better than themselves. That's why we say we at the ISUPK. This practical knowledge. I mean, this is not something that we naturally know how to do. Like this is something that the school teaches you. It's something that the Lord passed down to the high priest of the school. They pass it down to community junior high. The community junior high pass it down to us, the Spirit of Christ. It's not something that in the world you just know how to do. You have to be taught how to, deal with your nation. Because, we come in out of the world too, traumatized, and some brothers in the streets gang banging and committing crimes and things like that. So your natural disposition, you probably just like to go off, angry with, aggressive on people. And then you can't be like that because somebody might be just as crazy as you. You know what I mean? And there go that strife again. Now y'all fighting one another. You don't want to pull one another to the side because you so damn selfish and angry and bitter. You got to fight. The Lord ain't for that, man. You got to be humble, man. And when you humble, you actually can consider and see what a brother in need of. He might be in need of some damn compassion and love. But you wouldn't know that if you selfish and filled with pride and causing strife, Hadar.
Sure. It's like I said, if I could, such a heavy point. And that I believe, and that is why we have so many arguments and fights around the holiday, around the so-called holidays. Because when we've been taught that, the holidays are about giving, and showing love to everybody else, but really the holidays is just about yourself. You understand? You're trying to show off for everybody. And so then when you get around other people who don't have it like you understand? And you're just boasting and you're pretty much just throwing it all in their face. Mm-hmm. You understand? Like they get to a point where now all this sadness, this sorrow now becomes rage. And then what happens? People start to get into arguments. When people get into arguments, then they start to fight. If that's not enough, people start fighting. Then what happens? People start drawing guns out.
Right.
And it happens every time. It happens at people's birthday parties. Mm-hmm. It happens at Christmas parties, New Year's Eve. Mm-hmm. It's so bad. It's like in the black community now. Understand? It's like it's the Thanksgiving fight. People are expecting something to pop off. Like
listen, the black people will fight you if they don't get a Christmas gift.
Right.
Oh man, if they don't get a Christmas gift, like somebody's sinning against me. Because I've been getting gifts since I was a baby. So you mean to tell me I don't get no gift at the age of 45? Something wrong. I'm a 45-year-old man and I'm this emotional about a gift. I gotta fight somebody. You know what I mean? What the Lord said? The Lord said, man, listen, you go reconcile with your brother before you bring a gift to him. You know what I mean? Like the Lord don't appreciate no offering to him if you got to argue with a brother and you ain't trying to resolve it, and go resolve that issue with your brother. That's the gift. You know what I mean? That's the value in itself. Because basically you coming to the Lord and you not doing what's the verse say? This one is just like the first one. Love thy neighbor as thyself. You're not doing that. And you don't love yourself. If you're trying to bring an offering to the Lord and you hate your brother, you don't love yourself. Is that it on that? How you call?
Colonel Khan. If I may, could we read down to a couple more verses and to get your breakdown on something other one?
Go ahead.
It's the water, sir. Verse 7. But made himself of Not quite yet. There, hold on, Salakia. Verse 4. Look not every man on his own things, but every man also on his things of others. Verse 5. Let this mind be in you, which was also in Yahushua Mashiach. It's like I believe I get that part on that one, because that's pretty much how you were saying that's the passing down of it, like how let this mind be in you, just like how it's in Christ was the passing down of it. Correct, sir?
Which verse? Verse 4?
It's like well, verse 5 specifically, but you did hit on the verse 4 of how we're not supposed to be looking on our own thoughts and everything, but as looking out for the nation.
Yeah, like you tending to the needs of the others, not you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Ain't about you. It's about the you don't want to disregard the needs of others, of Black, Hispanic, Native American, Indian people, because you're not selfish. It's not about you. It's about us. You know what I mean? And that's not saying like you don't want to confuse that with putting off the old man. Of course you want to make sure you good. But this is more like you in the truth, and it's about me. You know what I mean? Like I'm the best at everything. It's about me. You conceited, basically. You conceited. You filled with pride, and you don't even want to follow the laws of the Most High. You want to do things your way. It ain't about the Most High. That's why I say vainglory. It's about you. You doing things to make yourself seem like something you're not.
Come.
Verse 5. Hold on real quick. Okay, yeah. Read verse 5 one more time.
Come, the book of Philippians chapter 2 and verse 5. Let this mind be in you, which was also in Yahushua Mashiach.
Right, yeah, looking out for the needs of others, man. Just think about what Christ was doing. Christ was out healing people. Christ told his disciples to do what? They were about to go and they were about to tell the people to leave. Christ said, "Nah, y'all gonna feed them." You know what I mean? Like Christ cared. He cared about the people, man. He made sure they ain't go hungry. You know what I mean? He made sure, they was healed. There was no strife amongst them, because he was out teaching all the time. So when you're around Christ, it's like being around, one of us, and we got to resolve all the matters and issues. We go outside and see two brothers arguing. You go over there, be like, man, stop that, man. What are you arguing about? Oh man, he did this, and then you just communicate with them, talking about hating one another. That happens every day, man. That happens all the time. You know what I mean? When they come to count, and a brother might come to count hostile, he might leave count with a flyer, like, man, I'm gonna show up. You know what I mean? He might come hating you, and then he leave loving you. So that happens all the time too. Well, that's because we consider the needs of our nation. You know what I mean? We love our people. So that's part of you being lowliness in mind, because pride would prevent you from seeing that your people even have problems or concerned with the problems that they do have. Pride will make you look at you can see a problem, but the pride that's on you will be like, so let them kill each other. Oh man, I don't care. I heard what he said. He shouldn't have said that. You know what I mean? Now you don't know how to resolve an issue. You're supposed to be a priest and prophet of the Lord. You don't know how to resolve an issue between two brothers.
Right.
You better hope you're not a brother who don't want to pull a brother to the side, because that's a correlation. You don't want to pull a brother to the side, neither do you want to stop a brother from fighting and harming one another.
Right.
You don't want to be that type of brother. If you have lowliness of mind and you humble, you know what I mean, through humility, you can see the issue. The Lord will bless you with the spirit to discern the issue that's going on and to resolve the issue that's going on. But if you feel with pride and arrogant and strife, causing strife and vainglory, you're not going to see that. You're going to struggle with that. And a lot of times you're going to be a brother who not going to be in a position to be over other brothers, because you don't know how to be a brother. So right. You shouldn't be over brothers. What I say?
And so I could, if I
Go ahead.
could, along with that pride, and you know, I keep going back to the Charlie Kirk gig.
Mhm.
I said now there's so many videos that are circulating, right? But now people are starting to see like the pride of the Christian church. They're starting to see the arrogancy of the Christian church. Matter of fact, they're even seeing the racism of the Christian church.
You're right.
You understand? Because now with the death of Charlie Kirk, you understand? Like people are waiting to hear a message. They're waiting to hear something, but the church is like, well, it's okay. You understand? Like matter of fact, the things that he was saying was good.
You know why? You know why they say that?
Why, sir?
Because Christianity is what?
White supremacy.
So anything that your oppressor do that's harmful to the children of Israel, he's gonna turn the other cheek.
Yes,
He's
sir.
gonna look at it won't racist, man. He just said this, and then he opened his mouth and say something racist. So yeah, I seen a sister on Instagram, not in the school, but in the world, you know, older black lady, you know, she was expressing on Instagram how she had to leave church because they didn't like, I guess, what she was, you know, her viewpoints on the Charlie Kirk situation. I'm seeing that a lot. I'm seeing it a lot. Like I'm seeing sisters get fired from their job because of that. I seen that. But it's like, listen, forget that. Come into the truth. Come into the truth, because that's what we need.
Right.
That's what we need. We need that falling away of that. You know what I mean?
There you go.
We need that. That's part of that falling away. We need y'all to stand up and be like, he wrong, he racist, and then your white boss be like, you fired.
That's right.
Then that bring you closer to us.
That's right.
That bring you close. Like, no, I can't tell a racist he's a racist. You get to see who Esau really is, the devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And things like that, Lord willing, it bring us closer or bring them closer to the truth.
Yes, sir.
Because a lot of times the Lord gonna have to do that to you. He's gonna have to make you suffer a little bit more if you don't want to change and repent. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I did see that, but a sister was breaking down like, yeah, I had to leave. I'm thinking about not going to church because I said something about Charlie Kirk and they feel some way. So she was out in her car making a video about that. And she said she might not go back to the church because
yes, sir.
don't like
and Salakia, if I could, it's spreading like it's more widespread than you think, sir. Oddly enough, I had heard this on the radio that even Marines were being suspended for their views on his death. People in the Secret Service,
brothers
were suspended.
To my brothers, right?
Yes, brothers. Yes, sir.
God.
They're being suspended. And so, like I said, even on jobs that are closer to home, if you want to start posting things on Facebook and everything, like, you know,
okay, give me Luke,
sir.
give me Luke 9:23. And that's good for us. Maybe these seats will be filled up. Go ahead, how you call?
It's like, so if I may, it was the last verse. If I could have the breakdown on with verse 6, Baba Shah.
Hold on, let me get that with you. You can go ahead and read it.
Khan, this book of Philippians chapter 2 and verse 6. Who, being in the form of God, thought it not robbery to be equal with God. You want me to keep going to 7, sir?
No, you need 7 or just 6?
Just 6, sir.
Read again.
Khan, the book of Philippians chapter 2 and verse 6. Who, being in the form of God, thought it not robbery to be equal with God.
What do you mean when it said who's being in the form of God?
So like so I believe that's the continuation from verse 5 of, you know what I'm saying, let this mind be in you, which is also in Christ. So it's, you know, being you know, in his spirit and his reputation.
Okay, these start at verse do 5, do 5 then 6.
Come the book of Philippians chapter 2 and verse 5. Let this mind be in you, which was also in Yahushua Mashiach.
Mm-hmm.
Verse
And
6.
what mind was that? When it says let cause not strife and be not vainglorious, you know, lowliness in mind, you know what I mean? Something we already broke down. You can go ahead.
Yeah, Colonel you want me to answer, sir?
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Oh, Colonel having the mind of the people, of looking out for your brother, not being selfish.
Keep going.
Colonel verse 6. Who being in the form of God thought it not robbery to be equal with God.
Who being in the form of God thought it not robbery to be equal to God. What that mean?
That's what I needed some help with. I don't want to like you.
Okay. He's saying Christ being in the form of God. What that mean? What's being in the form of God? Don't think hard on it. How do you
in his
go ahead.
reputation, in his spirit. So like
Yeah, meaning what?
You're following the law, statutes, commandments, doing what he wants you to do.
Yeah, that's like you being righteous. So him being in the form of God, reading this line.
Colonel Khan thought it not robbery to be equal with God.
Thought it not robbery to be equal to the Most High. You want to take a stab at it?
Yeah, like so if I may, yeah, so that's just pretty much saying like I'm not taking anything away from the Most High. It's, you know what I'm saying, I'm doing this, you know, because it's his will. I'm not, you know what I'm saying, what I am because of anything else.
Yeah, cause you lowliness in mind, you humble. You know what I mean? You're not robbing the Most High.
So like this, is it also can you say like to be equal with God as far as in this contest, like be on one accord with God?
He said, "Thought it. Read it. Thought it not robbery. Read that last line. Thought it not robbery to what?
So like you, sir, Philippians 2 and 6, who being in the form of God,
Being in the form of God,
thought it not robbery to be equal with God.
So Christ being in the form of God thought it wasn't robbery to be equal. And you said if there can be
Can we say that he was
because
like
you know it's not saying he's equal.
He's not saying he is God.
Right. No, he's not saying he's equal as far as, think about it, the Lord, Christ, man. So you know he ain't talking about Christ being equal. So what you said it was?
I was asking like him, like the mindset to be on one accord.
Yeah, that correlates with him being in the form of him. You see what I'm saying? Him being in the form of God. Basically, he's doing what the Most High wants him to do. He know how to treat the people. Now, he's not doing it with strife. It ain't about him. He's not selfish. No vainglory. It's not about it. He ain't do it for praise. You know what I'm saying? Christ praised the Most High. Christ, when he came to you talking about master, what Christ said? He's only one. Nigga, I'm not your master. You know what I mean? Ain't no one's good but one. He said the Most High. He humbled himself. Christ was humble and lowly the whole time. So, no, he didn't see it robbery as him doing what he's supposed to do, being righteous and lowly, you know, to help the people and see the people needs, tend to the people needs. He didn't see nothing wrong with that because that's what the Lord wanted him to do. You said verse 7, how you call?
Not unless you need to, sir. I was toward.
Okay. Yeah, and you know, Christ is the opposite of the Pharisees. Like, Christ is the opposite of your leaders today. Like, Christ didn't need to do nothing like, he didn't have to be puffed up. He didn't have to do nothing selfish. You know, he had to ask the people for $65 million for a jet. Or I guess it would be what, a carriage, horse and carriage running. Christ came on a donkey. You see how lowly he was? Hey, that's how much he loved the people. You want to pull up in the Bugatti, you want a spaceship. Nigga, Christ came on a donkey. Matter of fact, give me the scripture. When the disciples was following Christ and they wanted to know where he stayed at. Give me Luke 9:58 or Matthew 8:20.
Khan, it's the book of Matthew, chapter 8 and verse 20. And Yahushua saith unto him, the foxes have holes, and the birds of the air have nests.
Right. He said the foxes have holes. That's where the foxes go. They go in a hole. The birds go in the nest. That's their home. Go ahead.
Khan. But the Son of Man hath not where to lay his head.
Right. Now you thinking to yourself like, damn, this is the King of Israel. This is Christ, who everybody supposed to act like they knew was coming. They supposed to been waiting on. He don't have no place to lay his head. Go ahead.
Khan, verse 21. And another of his disciples said unto him, Lord, suffer me first to go and bury my father.
Okay, you can start right there. But yeah, he said Christ would basically let you know, listen, the foxes got holes and the birds, they got nests, but the Son of Man, he had no place to lay his head. Meaning this work, Christ was rooted in this work so much that he laid his head where he was welcome. You know what I mean? Wherever he went and taught and prophesied and gave them the truth, the gospel, he laid his head whoever welcomed him in to their home. Israel, of course. But yeah, that's how you know you doing this work nonstop. And that's you being lowly. That ain't you filled with pride and you being selfish. You got some people who they don't want nobody in their house. Like, they don't want nobody in the house. They don't give Christ we're here now. Christ can't come in the house, huh? But you know, whoever welcomed Christ in, listen, that's where he laid his head because he knew he had a short time to, you know, do this work. It was all about who? What he say? He about his father's business.
Right.
Give me let me see. So much. All right, give me Luke 9:23.
Khan, this is the book of Luke, chapter 9, verse 23. And he said to them all, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself.
Right. So when you come into this truth, you know, you can't, and for you not to be selfish, you got to deny yourself.
Right.
You want to know how not to be selfish? Deny yourself.
Right.
And how do you deny yourself? You got to take on you got to do the will of the Most High, which means you can't do your will. You got to yield to the Most High's will. Your will yields to the Most High's will.
Right.
It ain't about what you want. It's no longer about what you want, what you desire, what you find pleasure in. Is you don't make the decision, the Lord make the decisions. You basically sacrificing your life and doing what the Lord want to do now. You know what I mean? So Christ said you got to deny yourself. You got to be selfless. Go ahead.
Colonel Khan. And take up his cross daily.
And you got to take up your cross daily. Like brothers in here, listen, any given moment, man, how we move, no matter where we at, we got to move in the spirit of Christ, whether you're on your slavery. Of course, you got to be discreet with how you move. Be wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove. You know what I mean? But you gotta move in the spirit of Christ. You gotta do what Christ would do. You know what I mean? So don't never deny that you're an Israelite. That ain't you. That ain't you denying yourself. You are Israelite. You deny yourself is you putting off the old man, that sinner, that sexual, lustful man who desire all manners of evil, who like to lie and deceive people, who like to steal, rob, and murder. You know what I mean? We got evil thoughts to your people. You don't want to be that brother. You want to deny him. You know what I mean? You want to take on this new man. This new man is just like Christ. Go ahead.
Colonel Khan. And follow me.
And follow him. So you used to rob brothers in the world. Guess what? Now you give back to them. You know what I mean? You ain't care if your people starved in the world. If they ain't got money, that's on them. They should work hard. Now you in here, you helping brothers find jobs. You helping brothers get their felonies expunged. You feeding the people weekly, monthly. You know what I mean? You the opposite of that filthy, disgusting person you was. All the evil you was doing, now you're doing good to the people. Go ahead.
Colonel Khan, verse 24. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it.
What that mean? Whosoever would save his life will lose it.
Sir, just like you broke down a second ago, is you're sacrificing your life. So if you want to be saved, you got to be willing to lose your life because you're sacrificing.
Read that line again.
Colonel Khan, the book of Luke, chapter 9, and verse 24. For whosoever will save his life shall
whosoever would save his life shall lose it. So what did that mean?
So like
yeah. You talking about the next line is what you talking about, but it's not this one. Go ahead.
Like, sir, yeah. So on this one that's that selfishness for you. You thinking that you're going to be able to do something for yourself,
right? You think what you do is going to save you. That's what you think. You think you're going to save. You think everything that you're doing that's about you. You think that's your salvation. You know what I mean? You got all the money in the world. You got all the women, the cars. You got all the gold. You got prosperity. You think your life is safe. You think you're safe now.
Right.
Reading that line.
Colonel.
But it say if you think you're gonna save your life, you're gonna lose it. Meaning you got all that for nothing. You're gonna lose your life because you selfish. Let's look at the people in the world, how they live in their life. Look at P. Diddy and all them, man. And about 10, 20 years ago, about 2 years ago, P. Diddy and them, they looked at as like icons in the world amongst black people. Them rich celebrities, they looked at like, oh, I should aspire to be like them. Like Oprah Winfrey. Oh my God, she's a billionaire. Jay-Z's a billionaire. Kanye's a billionaire. So you like, damn, they're a billionaire. Them, they in their mind, they saved their life. But guess what? They're gonna die. Go ahead.
It's like a heavy point out of one, It's just like, what we seen coming up in the hood with the dope boys. We dope boys, you sit up here thinking about, this is what's gonna get me out the hood. This is what's, going to put me in a better place. And then all we see is them either get, you know what I'm saying, unalived or incarcerated.
Right. That's exactly what it is. I was talking about the riches, but hell, the ones who ain't rich, the ones who trying to get rich, a lot of them brothers who went to the drug game, you know, they always say, yeah, man, I'm just gonna make enough, you know, then I'm gonna get out. They ain't never trying to get out. They trying to be Pablo Escobar. Right. You seen what happened to Pablo Escobar, right? He tried to save his life, he's out of here.
Right.
That's what happened to all of them. You know what I mean? Because they trying to save their life. They don't want to give their life to the Lord, which is the only one that can save your life. Read the next line.
Con. But whosoever will lose his life for my sake.
Right. If you lose your life for Christ's sake, how do you lose your life for Christ's sake? That's what we doing right now.
Right.
We put off that old man. Now, of course, we're gonna die in this truth, but we're gonna die for Christ's sake. So keep going.
Con. The same shall save it.
We're gonna be saved. Lord willing, we're gonna be saved. Like that's how it happened. That's why you can't say you saved already, because you got to put in the work. The Christian, ain't no Christian deny themselves and doing what Christ doing. Listen, that's why the people is in the car making videos saying like, damn, I can't go back in there. Because your pastor don't have the truth. Your pastor didn't deny himself. He denied you. Right. And if you come up against him, he gonna deny you access to coming back in there. You get denied. You know what I mean? But yeah, if you lose your life for Christ's sake, that's you saving your life. Because why? You selfless. You're not selfish. Mm-hmm. When you're trying to save yourself, you selfish. You can't save yourself. Nobody can save themselves. You really want to save yourself? You give your life over to the Most High. You sacrifice your life for the Most High by doing what Christ did, doing the Lord's will. Come into the ISUPK. We'll show you how to achieve that. You know what I mean?
Like you said.
Go ahead.
Could this be used as a precept for no man shall redeem you?
Yeah, because that's like no man. Yeah, no man shall save you, but it's more of you. It depends on how you break it down, because this is more you denying yourself, opposed to somebody else, you know, trying to save you. This more dealing with you.
Understood, sir.
Let me see. It was something else I want to go into, because I be hearing about how many of y'all heard about these women saying they single by choice? How many of y'all heard that? You heard about that?
I've heard that before.
Uh-huh.
Come, sir. That being single by choice is
that's something that women say by the way.
It's something that women say, but it's nothing new. It's nothing new, sir. It's more, the more things change, the more things stay the same. It's just another trend that just comes back around.
And what did that mean? Single by choice. What did they say that mean?
Single by choice. So essentially, I gather a woman who is single by choice. She low key wants to brag that all these men want her, all these men desire her, but she is choosing to turn them down. She does not want to be. She doesn't want to be with them. She has her pick of the litter. You understand? So she's single. She's single by choice. So it's not that. So she's alone,
right?
And she's alone, and she is celebrating being alone. But it's not because nobody wants her.
It's because of what?
It's because she doesn't want people that want her.
And that means she what? Give me 2 Timothy 2:3. You know what the spirit of it is. She's selfish. She's selfish. Nobody say she independent. She's selfish. I seen a video where a sister was breaking down the singer Maya. They said she had did a video something like she in the video like she had on like a white dress and it symbolized she was marrying herself. I'm hearing that too. Like women say they marrying themselves, but they saying they don't want a man or they don't want to get married or they working on it's about self-love, self-care. They selfish.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So what they doing is by any means necessary. They really just showing the world how selfish they are because time goes by. Guess what? Still don't have a man.
Right.
And for marriage, for you to say marriage, you're not thinking about marriage. How can you marry yourself? That means marriage is on your mind. You just don't want the traditional way. You might not want a man, but you do want a man. You just delusional. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
if you marrying yourself, marriage is on your mind.
Sir, if I could, sir, she wants a man, but she just doesn't want to submit to a
yes. A lot of they don't. I hear people say. I hear ladies say, a man, I'll follow him if he know how to lead. It's like how can you say that? Do you follow a lot of people on Facebook? Do you follow people on social media? Do they know how to lead? Do you agree with them? Hell no. You know what I mean?
Oh,
no, you do agree. You agree with a lot what they saying on social media. Social media is, a world of its own. You don't want a man to lead you, but social media leads you. That's what I meant. Social media leads you because you believe everything you see on the internet and what the women do on the internet with these girls trip and, these single body choices. It's a bunch of nonsense you be hearing, man, but it all goes back to them being selfish.
Yes, sir. And
go ahead.
Say my apologies, sir, if I could. Yes, sir. Along with that, how women will say, I will let the if he's the right man, quote unquote, I will let the right man lead me. I will submit. If he's the right man. We always hear these cliche lines, but interesting enough, you won't follow this man. You won't let him lead you, but you'll sleep with him. You'll lay down with him. Right. Suddenly now he's the right man to lay down with, but he's not the right man to follow.
Right. He's the right man to have give your body to
give your body to, but he's not the right man to lead you.
Right.
And it doesn't make any sense. Or how you say it's just delusional.
Yeah, because they don't know how to make decisions.
Right.
Because really you're supposed to be given away from your father. You know what I mean? Like somebody supposed to pay your father a dowry to have you. But you want a man to pay you to sleep with. I mean, you got that scripture? 2 Timothy 2:3. How you call? Is he still on? Give me 2 Timothy 2:3. Was he the only one? Chapter 2, verse 3.
The book of 2 Timothy, chapter 2, verse 3. Thou therefore endure hardness.
No, that ain't it. Give me the one when it said lovers of themselves.
Yes, sir.
Hold on, I might give you the I know it's 2 Timothy. I might give you the wrong verse. Hold on. Oh, 3 and 2. It's like it.
Yes, sir. So the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 3, verse 2. Well, if we could just start at verse 1.
Go ahead.
The book of 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1. This know also that in the last days,
In the last days, perilous times, dangerous times, some hard and dangerous times that we in now. The last days, where women want to not have a man, but they really want a man, and they act like they're against polygyny or multiple wives. But I see a lot of them moving towards that, so they realize it. Listen, all these men down low. The rest of them in the grave. The other one's in prison, and the other one's just,
crazy
mental illness. Something going on. It's rare out here. That's why the Lord said, "What? He should make a man what? More precious than what? Fine gold."
Yes, sir.
That man is gold right now.
Right.
Go ahead.
So the book of 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1. Know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. For men shall be lovers of their own selves.
Yeah, men should be lovers of them own selves. Lovers of them own selves. It's all about them. Go ahead.
Covetous. Boasters.
Go ahead.
Proud. Blasphemers. Disobedient to parents.
Go ahead.
Unthankful. Unholy. Without natural affection.
They say unthankful, unholy, without natural affection. You got a lot of women be complaining about that. These men don't know how to be affectionate. You know what I mean? I don't want to get into it like that, but they say unthankful, like you ungrateful.
Right.
Unholy. What the holy means? Separate.
That's right.
What the unholy mean?
With everybody, sir.
Yeah. You always, and that's black. Well, a lot of black people, they I see a lot of people falling back around this time now. Sure. But you got a lot of black people who still love Esau. Right. They love Charlie Kirk. Don't know nothing about him. They only know what they seen on the internet, which is racist.
Right.
But they don't turn a lot of black people away because they conservatives. They Republican. They Democrat. So you got that too. Go ahead.
Sir. Without natural affection.
Go ahead.
Truth breakers. False accusers.
Truth breakers. False accuser. Go ahead.
Incontinent. Fierce. Despisers of those that are good.
Despisers of those that are good. And what's it? Incontinent?
Sure.
Fierce. Go ahead. Who know what incontinence means? They say truce breakers. Like this loyal Negro, boy. What they say in the world, they backdoor you. People can't trust each other in the world no more, man.
Right.
Go ahead.
Incontinent, sir, from dictionary.com. Unable to restrain natural discharges or evacuations
and dealing with sex.
Yes, sir.
Lustful, sexual deviant type of brother.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Like it lacking in moderation or self-control, especially of sexual desire.
Go ahead.
That's all for that definition, sir.
No, I'm talking about the back to the verse.
Sir. The book of 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 3.
Did how you call get back on or no?
Allah.
Okay.
Without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good. Verse
Some
4.
people just hate you because you do good. That's crazy. Listen, that's true though. Look at him. I seen what's the brother name that Kevin Cesario did the you remember he came out here, he slapped the brother, the comedian brother.
Well, Will Smith?
No, man. Will Smith ain't never came here.
He said he slapped the
Kevin Cesario slapped the brother. He put on our
Money Bag Mafia.
Money Bag Mafia.
Yes, sir. Slack.
That brother, I seen him. He had a little skit he did, and they were talking. He was showing love. Him and the friend was showing love to each other. It was funny. He's like, man, look at you over there, man, raising your kids the right way, buying him stuff. Then the other dude would say something back. Oh no, that's you, man, over there. treating people the right way. It was just funny. They were
Yes.
just complimenting one another. It was like a comedian like skit type of thing, and that made me think of that because you got people who do good and people just hate on you doing good. Now they wasn't hating, but
Right.
you got people who despise you for just being a good person.
Yeah.
You know, man, you don't want to gang bang. They hate you.
Right.
You in the hood, you don't want to gang bang. I mean, you lame, you soft.
Right.
Like, no, why you want to get him a gun and go harm his brother?
Right.
Why you want him selling drugs? He don't want to sell drugs.
Right. And so like young man tell me he chimed in. He also about the comparison of like the player haters ball from Dave Chappelle, sir.
You said from Dave Chappelle?
Yeah, how they would just hate on each other just to hate each other.
Yeah. Yeah, just despise you, just hate you. Like, what you hating him for? Man, he think he all that.
Right.
You hate him because he can get women? Yeah, he hate him because he can get women.
So like I said, as Nate from IUIC says, sir, when he decided to leave the ISUPK, sir, he left because of too much polygamy. Sir.
Yeah. He despised us for doing good acts.
Right.
Nate despised ISUPK, the home of the truth, for having women.
Right.
Good night.
Good night.
He a truce breaker.
Right.
He incontinent.
Yes.
He a lover of self.
Right, sir.
We don't get to that. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Verse 4, traitors.
Traitor. He a traitor.
Right.
That's definitely what he is. Go ahead.
Heady, high-minded.
What's heady? Somebody just got on right now, right?
Take a look. So like it's a heady let's see, intoxicating, affecting the mind or senses greatly.
He's intoxicated. Damn alcoholic.
Intoxicating. Oh, here we go. Rashly impetuous, violent, destructive, clever or shrewd, sir.
He said impetuous, violent, and destructive.
Common concept.
Okay. Uncontrollable.
Yes, sir. It's like
What's at the heady? Who we got on?
how your coach came back.
Okay. Lord Christ, what happened, man? Your phone messed up?
Con, sir. It overheated right here on the charger. Salakia.
Okay. Yeah, we at what verse you at, Hadar?
Should be on verse 4, sir. It's like I said, we should be on verse 4. 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 4, sir.
What's at the heady?
Common, sir. Heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of God.
Lovers of pleasure more than lovers of God. You would tell a brother, listen, you can't have no threesome, man.
Right.
Brother, like, nah, man, nah. You think they care about what God say? They having pleasure. Like, just because you can have multiple wives, that don't mean you can have a threesome. You gotta deal with them women one by one sexually. You know what I mean? What's the next one? And it ain't just talking about sexual pleasure. It's talking about pleasure, period. You know what I mean? Pleasure in general. Anything you find pleasure in. You love to drink. You love to be an alcoholic. You put that over the Lord too.
Right.
You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Common, sir. Verse 5. Having a form of godliness.
And the weed. You smoke that weed, you think the weed gets you to the most high. Like you get high, you think you get the most high. Get to the most high. And that weed make you think brothers who smoke weed and just say the dumbest mess ever. You know what I mean? You want to hear how silly a black man sound? If you're in the world, you know how you sound when you smoke that weed. They think they in space. Niggas sitting on the couch for 10 hours.
Right.
Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof.
Having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. That's your Christian church right there.
From such turn away.
Turn away, like they doing. They turning away.
Right.
Go ahead.
Verse 6. For of this sort are they which creep into houses.
Do you get the 3 and 2?
With the lovers of their own self?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah, that's what I was looking for. I done went past it, huh? I done start going lovers of themselves.
Yes,
That's what I was looking for.
Yes,
Lovers of themselves. Okay, give me okay, that's what Maya doing. And the women who follow her, everybody talking about they single by choice. They lovers of themselves.
And if I could, so just to read, at least read this this last part of the book.
Go ahead.
Common concert. For of this sort are they which creep into houses and lead captive silly women, laden with sins, led away with diverse lusts.
Right. They silly women laden with sin. Like they loaded with sins. They filled with sins. And that in different lusts. You know what I mean? All them different lusts. That is women. It's easy to deceive and manipulate a woman, man. That's what your Christian pastor do every Sunday. That's why the church is filled with women. That's how easy it is. That's how you know it's easy to deceive. Listen, the serpent did it in the garden. That's in the book of Genesis, chapter 3. That's in the beginning. You fast forward to 2025, it's the same. It's just not with one woman, it's with a nation of women. Go ahead.
Right. And Salakia, sir, if I could. Speaking of like silly women, if we could. Did you hear about there was like this experiment recently where there was this club that opened up and they had women only for the club, right? But the club had to shut down.
I think I did hear something.
The club had to shut down
because they ain't buy no liquor.
Nobody bought any liquor.
God, I heard that.
Nobody bought any liquor.
God.
And it's so I had to bring this up. It's so funny because you know when women go to the club where there's a lot of men, women think that that somebody's gonna buy me a drink. But now here they go with their own money. And now there's nobody to buy them drink.
Yeah, I did see that. Matter of fact, I seen that yesterday. They shut down the club because no one bought any liquor.
That's right. Nobody any liquor, sir.
And it's like, yeah, you're right. They waiting on. But if that's a club only for women.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so they wasn't waiting for no man to buy it then.
But no, they're used to. But they were used to men buying them drinks.
That's how silly they are then. Because if it's a club only for women, like no man can get in that club. Okay, then them know. Now they don't have it. Go ahead.
Yeah, it sounds like they ain't think that all the way through, all the one. Yeah,
they silly. They what I was saying. They read that verse about silly women.
Come, sir. The book of 2 Timothy, chapter 3, verse 6. For of this sort are they which creep into houses and lead captive silly women, laden with sins, led away with diverse lusts.
Yeah, the preacher crept in our grandma's house and led them captive to sin. That's why your grandma is a stout Christian,
right?
And your mom, she a Christian too, but your mom probably don't go to church. Not like your grandma. Your grandma is a Christian, silly as she can be, always argumentative. Of course, it's not all the women, of course. You know what I mean? I'm just talking about the spirit of selfishness. You know what I mean? But
right,
yeah, your pastor, your leaders are selfish too. That's right. Why you selfish, because you take after them.
Right.
You know what I mean? But yeah, that happened. Give me and them women gonna get tired of being in the clubs by themselves, man. You know what they in them clubs doing? Smacking each other on the behind. That's what they doing. That's all they doing. Pouring drink down each other, slapping each other on the behind. Thinking about a man. Give me what time is it? 8:50. Okay, we got it. Give me 1 Corinthians 10 and 24. Oh, but give me hold 1 Corinthians 10 and 24. Give me Ecclesiasticus 2:1. And I think they call it sologamy.
Hmm.
Yeah. You know, poly means many. Solo is like one. It could be monogamy, but I guess they'll. But if it's to yourself, monogamy is like you with a man, though.
Yes.
So I think they call it sologamy. That's like you in love with yourself. You disgusting stuff. You in love with your sinner and sinful stuff. Go ahead.
It's okay. So like it's something like okay, yeah, the singer Maya.
Yeah.
That's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I remember because when she's going to marry herself.
Yeah.
I remember that from a while back. Yep. Understood.
Yep. Silly.
Mm-hmm.
Because the woman asked her, because she was like, well, if there's an addition, then I would accept it. So you want a man,
right?
But man, that's gonna add on.
Mm-hmm.
You must don't know your nation,
right?
That's why you say you got to deny yourself. When you deny yourself and you ain't in the spirit of the world, you can see a man. A man can see a woman. A woman can see a man that don't have much or have anything, and go and add on to them. You're not waiting on somebody to be rich, because what they're really saying is add on financially. That's all they're talking about.
Right.
That's the only thing they're talking about, money. You can add on in many ways. For one, a man can protect you.
That's right.
Whether he rich or poor. Now if you a poor man, or if you a man working a 9 to 5, you can protect the damn woman. I don't know why women thinking that you got to be rich to be the head of the household. That's ridiculous. That's you usurping authority over that man. That's what the Lord told you to be quiet. He don't know how to think. But go ahead and read that. You got it?
It's like Ecclesiastes.
Give me, yeah, Ecclesiastes 2:1. No, Ecclesiasticus, like Ecclesiasticus 2:1 in the Apocrypha.
The book of Ecclesiasticus chapter 2 verse 1. Set thy heart aright.
Set thy heart aright, women. Go ahead.
And constantly endure.
Go ahead.
And make not haste in time of trouble.
Make not haste in time of trouble. Yeah, because women always say what they know they worth. But how you know your worth if you ain't being tested?
That's right.
Now, if you marrying yourself, you ain't. See, you're not even struggling with a man. You're not going through nothing with a man. You're not able to compromise with a man. Like, how do you determine what your worth is if you're not even with a man to determine that? You know, they say I know my worth, and that just be their standards, that their imagination, their standards that they come up with in their mind. This your standard right here, black women.
That's right.
This your standard. The Lord already laid out for how a man and a woman is supposed to act, behave, operate, all that. Right. This is standard right here. So you talking about you know your worth. You can't know your worth if you marrying yourself.
That's right.
Like what? You're gonna be tested. You're gonna be tempted. Read that verse again.
Kawakana, sir. Book of Ecclesiasticus chapter 2 verse 2. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure. Make not haste in time of trouble.
Make not haste in time of trouble, because even women in relationships, they'll give up on a man when it's hard times.
That's right.
See what I'm saying?
That's right.
They'll give up on you. Why? Because it's hard times. I'm struggling. That's the time where you need them the most.
That's right.
You're supposed to be the helpmeet. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's how you determine you being tested now. That's how you determine your worth. Now a man gonna look at you as what? You worthless.
Right.
You talking about your worth, you go brag to your homegirl, I just couldn't do it. I had to leave. You're not worth nothing.
Right.
All the relationship failed because of your worthlessness. Right. Give me Proverbs. Is that it on that?
We could read verse 3, sir.
Yeah. You read verse 3 and how you call? Give me Proverbs 24:10, I believe.
Go
ahead, Hadar.
Yes, sir. Verse 3. Cleave unto him and depart not away.
It ain't say marry yourself. It ain't say cleave on to yourself. Cleave on to him and what?
And depart not away.
And depart not away.
That thou mayest be increased at thy last end.
Yeah, you may be increasing your last end. A lot of these women, they choose. And you say you single by choice, you choosing to suffer. Cause life ain't gonna get no better for you. It ain't. You need a man. You don't want one. You need one. Well, it said Christ denied himself. He considered the needs of the people. You need to consider your needs. You need a man. You need a man like you drink water. You know what I mean? You need a man like it's your necessity of life. You know what I mean? That's how imperative. That's how important a man is to you, Black, Hispanic, Native American, Indian woman. The Lord said, a man, He make a man more precious than fine gold. You need that gold right now. You need that gold, that fine gold. And it ain't just for money. It's for the wisdom. It's for protection. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's for you to understand how to communicate with a man. A lot of women don't even know how to talk to a man. Yeah, you need that experience. Is that it on that? How you call? You got it? Let me get what you got. How you call? He dropped. Okay. Give me he back? Give me Proverbs 24:10.
Khan, this book of Proverbs, chapter 24 and verse 10. If thou faint in the day of adversity, thy strength is small.
Right. You say you independent. You say you a strong Black woman. If you faint in the day of adversity, when times get hard, the Lord said your strength is small. You weak. You don't have no strength. You not strong because you proved that you was weak when hard times came, man. You can't faint when your bills go up $50 and you got the money, but you rather spend the money on something that brings you pleasure, like shoes. Some of y'all just need to know how to budget. That's all it be. You'll be surprised when you look into people's life and you investigate, they able to pay their bills. But they rather spend their money on clothes and, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, personal stuff. Got a whole closet filled with shoes and designer.
Right.
Talking about you struggling with your bills. It's like, what in the hell? You know why? Because you don't have that man. That man gonna tell you, nah, you don't need that. Right. The light bill coming up.
Right.
You know what I mean? I need that. Go ahead, Hadar.
It's the lock-in, sir. It's always
reality.
It's like so. This always brings me back to my father. When my father was coming up, and he would put my mother on a budget.
Mm-hmm.
And said like they had to save money.
Right.
And there would be times when she would be like, well, you know what? But I want to spend. I want to this a lot of stuff I want to buy. I want to buy this fur coat. I want to buy this. Mm-hmm. And then he says, okay, cool. Tell you what, I'll let you spend the money. We'll go ahead and get this. But we're going to have to go without certain luxuries, like underwear. That's what he would tell her.
Right.
Better go without certain luxuries, like underwear.
Right.
And he was serious.
Yeah, the things that you need, not what you want.
Exactly.
You know, you want that fur coat. You don't need it.
Yes.
You don't need it. You need underwear.
Exactly. You need underwear. And that's more of a luxury. That's more of a luxury, like underwear.
You need food. You need water. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, it's necessities. What Captain Mashal said years ago, necessity beats desire. What you need is more valuable than what you want and what you desire. Unless you desiring everything that you need. Unless you want what you need. You know what I mean? But they don't want what they need. You want what you don't need. A damn what's some of the designer mess? I hate hearing them names, man. And then them designer I don't like how they look. Now the clothes not even stylish to me. And we promote it and popularize it and all that. I'm like, man, it's not even no style. Like, it's not nothing. That's why I just wear UPK stuff. Because we the style, you know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, the Lord said your strength is small because in hard times you showed us that you weak. You divorce your husband because you just couldn't do it, whatever that means. Did he abuse you? No. Did he mentally abuse you? No. Verbally? No. None of that. Why you leaving? It just wasn't meant for me. I seen a woman on Instagram. She said she was tired of her husband doing everything the right way. I don't know if she's joking, being sarcastic or not, but I said, my goodness, man. Is that it on that? Give me what else? I told you 1 Corinthians 10 and 24. Yeah, 1 Corinthians 10 and 24. He fell out. How you call, man? You gotta how you call? We gotta get you a phone, man.
Hey, slack. So I'm doing what I can to keep up with you. I don't want.
All I hear is blue.
Slack it. I made sure I get charged up and ready to go. No sweat.
God, hey, you here? You made it. Shit, ain't mad at you.
Hey, Most High Christ. This is book. If I may, this is book of 1 Corinthians chapter 10 verse. You said 22, sir.
24.
24. Slack it. Let no man seek his own.
Yeah, let no man seek his own. Go ahead.
Come on. But every man another's wealth.
Is that it on that?
Goes on to verse 25, sir.
Let me hear.
Whosoever is sold in the shambles that eat, asking no question for conscience sake.
Okay, now give me go back to what did 24 go at 25, or you just wanted to read that one?
Oh, I was just reading that. I didn't know if you wanted to go on, sir.
Oh no. Read verse 24 again.
The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 10 verse 24. Let no man seek his own, but every man another's wealth.
We want to break that down.
Like, sir, if I may.
And I believe 25 do go with it. Go ahead.
Taking a little stab at it. It's going back to, you know what I'm saying, pretty much the principle of the class. It's that selfishness, you know what I'm saying? So it's you have to, you know what I'm saying, let no man seek his own. Like, don't sit up here and just worry about yourself. But every man another's wealth. So it's like, hey, just how, you know what I'm saying, you want brothers to treat you how you want to be treated. Like, this is that whole brotherhood thing. You got to realize, like, hey, you know what I'm saying, if we all sitting up here being selfish, we're not going to get anywhere. But if we're, you know what I'm saying, looking out for each other and, you know what I'm saying, trying to, you know what I'm saying, look for another man's, you know what I'm saying, to come up, that's how we're going to, you know what I'm saying, do better versus just being that crabs in a bucket mentality. Slacky.
Okay, you hit on it. Hadar, you want to say? Basically demonstrating selflessness, like Hayekar was saying. I know this right here was dealing with let me hear 25 again.
Book of 1 Corinthians chapter 10 verse 25. Whatsoever is sold in the shambles that eat, ask no question for conscience sake.
Right. So this was dealing with Paul, you know, let me hear 23. It's dealing with meat too.
The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 10 verse 23. All things are lawful for me, but all things are not expedient. All things are lawful for me, but all things edify not.
What does that mean?
So it's just pretty much going down to saying, like, hey, you know what I'm saying, I can do whatever is not against the law, but just because it's not against the law doesn't mean that it's beneficial to me. It doesn't mean that it's wise.
Right. That's it. You're like not every action is beneficial. You know what I mean? Or constructive to you or to other people. That's why you got to choose wisely, man. What you do, you gotta make wise decisions.
Come on.
That's like that's like when you go to I don't know, we don't celebrate no holidays, but let's say it happened by chance. Like you're not intentionally going to nobody's house for no holiday, but you might be with somebody and you don't know he about to go in there and he probably ain't even thinking about telling you. You go in there and see them eating, celebrating, and he going in there to do it. Why not do it? Because you don't want to be a stumbling block to a brother. You know what I mean? They see you in there on December 25th eating. No matter what you say, it's how they gonna look at it. You know what I mean? They gonna look at it like, nigga, you celebrate Christmas. Remember on the 25th, you were eating that food? You was at the table? Nah, you gotta be wise because they might be eating what's lawful, but the holiday is bad. You see what I'm saying? They might be eating everything lawful. They got fins and scales. They got the right fish and everything. And you don't need to eat that because it's the day. It's who they worship and who they celebrate. I mean, and if you're with a brother, a young brother at that, you got to think about the spirit of these brothers and who the men around you, the men that labor amongst you. You might be a high-ranking officer. It might be with a low-ranking officer who basically, at your doorstep or at your feet, you training them up. And then he see you sit down at the table eating some lawful food on Christmas. And in his mind, he's going to be like, oh, well, shit. That can lead to him wanting to eat something unlawful on Christmas. You see what I'm saying? The fact that you even there on Christmas around people who celebrate it. So it ain't about you. In a nutshell, that's why I gave you that. It ain't about you. But you have to, it's about what you do, even though it ain't about you. It's about how you carry yourself. You got to carry yourself like Christ. You know, man. Is that it on that?
Come on.
Anybody got any questions? All right, I'm going to pass the class over to Precinct Officer Hadar Moth.
All right. We have the ISUPK. These are the ISUPK security announcements. We have the ISUPK start out of 1 West, Hunter on Fisher Hall, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister come to the school, they're off limits for 6 months. They're to be saluted only, and they hit to check themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to their brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Ties, which is a commandment, come from the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and also the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verses 8 through 10, which means 10th in the Hebrew, ma'ashur. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you like to give. Upcoming holy convocations will be the memorial blowing of the trumpets, taking place Sunday, you understand, at 7 p.m. Gather to yourselves together, all right, at 3353 Glenwood Road. We're calling all blacks, all Latinos, all Native Indians. Come and join us, you understand, as we go over the stories of the memorial blowing of the trumpets, you understand, as the Most High commanded us.
In the building.
In the building, that's right, Most High Christ. And reminder for all Akim and Aquavium, you understand, to check the bulletin board, check the calendar in the back for even more details if needed. All right, for any brother who wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black. That's boots, shirts, pants, headbands, and war scarves. And with that, we'll give a courtesy salute to the brothers in Israel. I imagine. Aman Shabbat. Imagine. Barak. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh. And what we just said in the Hebrew to English, may the Most High in the name of Christ bless you. Yahweh Matah, hands down. We'll also give a courteous salute for the sisters. Ben Israel, Aman Shabbat. Imagine. Barak. Yahweh Shema Allah Ba'Shem Yahweh. And what we just said in the Hebrew to English, may the Most High watch over you in the name of Christ. That you Matah, hands down. Class dismissed.
That's right.